Hey there, in today's video I'm going to try something new, something I've never done before, and depending on how this turns out, I don't know if I'm going to pursue it or continue with it. I'm going to attempt to do a Geode Tumbler, one for myself and then one that somebody's requested. For mine I'm going to use copper glitter, and I got this from, I believe, Hobby Lobby, $2.99. It's called Treehouse Studio. Anyway, this is copper glitter. I want to try something different. I don't like to really do what everybody else does, but this is gonna be for me anyway. Astro's color is orange, and this is, I mean, they had kind of a off orange, which I didn't really like, so I decided I was gonna try copper. So for this geode, this is what I'm gonna be using. Of course, Mod Podge to get the glitter on the tumbler. I'm going to be using a 20-ounce tumbler. It's not tapered, but anyway, I like this shape. So I'm going to use this. And what of course I'm going to need the gloves for messing with epoxy. And then of course a little stir stick, popsicle stick. All this stuff you'll find below the video, the links. This one won't be there because I don't have a link for Hobby Lobby, but you can find it anywhere. And of course, I'm going to be using the FDA compliant epoxy for coating my tumblers. Once I'm going to do this first, and I'll go step by step, but I'm going to do this first, and then after that, I'm going to paint it. I'm going to be using black and white, and they're both matte. And this is everything I'm going to be using, but I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Mod Podge application on this tumbler. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my actually I'm not going to put on gloves yet. Oh, also I'm going to be using this brush. It's a silicone brush. I really like this because this is better than the ones with I'll show you. I like it better than this because this sometimes you have to throw them away, especially if you're using epoxy. So this, you can just either peel it off after it dries, or you can just wipe it off with some wipes, alcohol wipes, and it won't stick to it because it's silicone. So I really like this. I got this from Amazon. I don't think I have, yeah, I do have a link below. And this is just a mask brush. I think women use these for like makeup. I don't wear makeup, so I really can't give you more details on that, but I recommend using these. They're easier to clean up. This is actually going to be a Woodgrain Geode Tumbler. Okay, so I'm just going to move these brushes out of the way real quick. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is grab this, take my lid off. Yeah, just like that. And I didn't wipe down my tumbler. I have some alcohol wipes. I'm just gonna wipe it down really quick. Some people use like Dawn dish washing soap. As long as it's clean. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter if you think about it, because you're gonna cover it with glue or what have you. So anyway, for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna wipe it down really good. Don't have to worry about the inside. I do the inside later once I'm done. I'll make sure that there's nothing sticky or any debris or whatever inside the tumbler before I give it to the customer. But in this case, this one's mine, so I still want to clean it, of course. I'm gonna wipe it down with my shirt since I didn't think about the cleaning part. But let me wipe it down real quick. And you might hear my little doggies in the background. We have 3 little chihuahuas. People say that they're yappers. I really didn't believe that until they were yapping. They do it a lot. It's annoying sometimes, but dogs will be dogs. So I'm going to go ahead and use this brush to apply this Mod Podge. And the one that I have is the glossy water-based sealer. It's orange, and well, you can see it's the orange. It might look red on video, but it's orange. So I'm gonna use that do that real quick, and I'll just do a couple of coats or a couple of streaks for you really quick, and then I won't bore you with the rest. But just want to give you an idea as to what I'm gonna do right now. And when you're doing working with Mod Podge, it does tend to dry really fast if it's too thin, but just make sure that you don't leave any lines. Just kind of go over it, top to bottom, one stroke, if you can anyway. Can't see from this angle. Let me switch because I'm ambidextrous, which is a good thing. There we go. I think that's better. See, with this brush, it just glides, and I like it better. It doesn't leave that many streaks with the other brush, and then you don't have to worry about it leaving those little, I'm not sure what you call them, but like the brush, the hairs. For hairs, for lack of a better word. Again, this is my first time doing this, so don't expect I don't expect to get an award for this. I should have taped off the bottom. That's normally what I do, but anyway, I'm going to try to get the full geode effect or what have you. I have really bad lighting. I forgot to mention, this is going to be a Woodgrain Geode Tumbler, and I'm going to be using teak wood for the Woodgrain. See how it just glides and the lines are minimal, but I'm going to go through. I put a little heavy coat on there. See how it dripped? I'm going to do the bottom as well. Or not. So let me get this going so I don't bore you, and I'll be right back. Okay, after my brush broke, I'm going to go ahead and, I was having to do it kind of free-handed, just holding the tip. I'm going to go ahead and just spray the, sprinkle on the glitter before it dries on me. I did have to change out my parchment paper. I actually put another piece of parchment paper on top of the other one because it had glue on it. Okay, this is the first coat. I should have done it a little thicker, the Mod Podge, but rather than do that same thing again, use the same process. My brush broke. I have to super glue it. I do have another one, but I don't feel like messing with it. So what I'm going to do this time for the second layer, I'm going to use, ta-da, they have Mod Podge Spray. So I'm going to use this for the second coat. And rather than carry the camera with me, I'm just going to spray a good amount one time over the whole tumbler. I'm going to take it outside. And from there, I'm gonna pour some more of this glitter. The first one, the first one that you saw, I used this side, which I shouldn't have. When I got off camera, I used this side I should have used. It overflows, which is no big deal. At least you're not risking the chance of the epoxy drying too fast and you're not getting this on time or quick enough. But this time I'm going to use this side and just let my parchment paper catch it, of course. And what I do with the parchment paper with the glitter is I just, once I'm done, I just make, if I can pick this up, I just pick up the parchment paper and I slide the excess back into the jar. So I'm going to go ahead and go spray this with this. and then put some more, another layer of my glitter. I'll be right back. I'm not gonna do the bottom because I want my logo on there. And anyway, I had to do a couple of sprays of this because I didn't know how much to put on there. But anyway, I'm happy with this so far. It's not really thick and it's just right. So my next step, I'm gonna go ahead and epoxy this, and I have a video showing you how I apply epoxy to tumblers. So rather, just to save time, I'm just gonna not show me doing the epoxy method on this for this video. Just refer back to my adding epoxy to tumblers. Really quick, just wanted to show you the bottom from taping it. This is what the bottom's gonna look like. But don't forget, I'll show you the end result. Just need to clean it up a little bit. Where I'm gonna put my sticker on there. I think I have to print some more stickers. I may be low on ink, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and epoxy this, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna do after that. I use this for 10 ounce and 20 ounce tumblers, so it's not wet or anything. So what I just do is I just slide it in here or on here, and that's how I'm gonna apply my epoxy. Is while it's sitting here, and if I have to let it spin, then I will. And this is on the turner, and this is a 4-cup turner. And these are the stickers that I was talking about that I need to I need to print some more. So I have some little bitty ones, and then I have different sizes that I print on my silhouette Cameo. So this is gonna go on the bottom. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just put it there now. I'll show ya. This is what I do for most of my tumblers. I just put them at the bottom before I coat them with the epoxy. So that's the next process, and I'll come back to you after that. Okay, for this 20 ounce tumbler with glitter all over it, I'm gonna use 15 milliliters of part A, and then 15 milliliters of part B, and that's only because I put on like 3 coats of glitter on here, only because it was showing like some stainless steel from the tumbler. But I normally, if I don't use any glitter and it's just a decal, normally I use 5 milliliters of part A and 5 milliliters of part B, and that's standard. It's not too thick, not too thin. It's just the perfect amount as far as the coating goes for a 20 ounce tumbler. But this one's going to require a lot more because it's thick, and the glitter will absorb a lot. Okay, I'm getting ready to turn the tumbler turner on. I'm going to let it spin for a couple of hours. Normally, when I'm doing these tumblers, if this was the final coat, I would let it spin all night, and then I wouldn't touch it for a couple of days. So whenever I'm selling these tumblers, I always tell the customer that it takes about 3 days for it to cure. You know, you really do want to wait at least 48 hours because you want to make sure that, you know, one, it's fully cured, fully dry. 2, you want to make sure that it's not tacky when you hand it off to the customer, because you will feel it if it's not fully cured. And it depends on the temperature too. If it's too cold, you're definitely going to have problems. I tend to use a heater if it's too cold. Like winter days, I use a little heater and I just turn it on and just keep it in the same area, in my workspace. Today I didn't need it, but anyway, 3 days to cure. But I just let this spin for overnight, and then let it sit for another day, and then hand it off to the customer. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on so it'll spin. The reason you need a turner is so that the coat evens out for on the tumbler. If I let it sit there like that, it would end up coming down, you know, with gravity. All the epoxy would just come to the bottom part and then just drip, and you have this big clump of epoxy, and that's not what you want. So That's what the turner is for, is just to let it spin and let it cure evenly. Okay, this sat overnight with it covered with epoxy, and the next step, it's not perfectly covered, which is fine, no biggie, because believe it or not, this whole tumbler is going to be covered with paint. Yes, all that trouble to cover it with paint. And I'll continue to show you the process, of course. I in the beginning I said that I was going to do black and white paint. I was going to do the first coat black, cover it completely black, and then the next coat was going to be, the top coat was going to be completely white, this matte white. But I think I'm going to just do the matte white on this tumbler. Can you believe I got to cover all that epoxy and all that glitter? Yes, and I will have to cover the bottom. It's just to, of course I want to keep that on there. Anyway, I think I'm just going to go with the white. I'm going to try something different. I want to experiment some more. So let me go ahead and get this ready. Get this paint going on there. Okay, that's enough playing around. I have this on little dowels that I got from Walmart. And then I have some thicker ones. This is for when I'm doing like one-handed quickies. That didn't sound right. Anyway, I'm not gonna use this one for this one. I use this for the bigger tumblers. I'm gonna use this little emoji pal of mine on the little bitty. I think this is a 1/2 inch, or I don't remember the rates. Anyway, I'm gonna use this to hold it while I spray it, while I spray paint it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and stick some plastic bags in there. I've never done this before, but I'm just trying to, you know, trying to do my best here. I'm just trying to keep paint from getting on the inside. I am gonna clean them up anyway, but this is what I'm gonna do, just so I can spray paint it and not get any paint inside. So here we go. Almost forgot to start recording. You don't want to get too close to the tumbler. You see bumps and stuff, but that's gonna go away. Don't want to lay it on too heavy, too thick. Let it dry. This Krylon, hope you can see it. This Krylon dries pretty fast. I love to use Krylon because it dries pretty quick. You can see all the bumps. That's because I didn't. It required more epoxy, but I didn't want to put too much epoxy on there because I still need to put the final layer, the final coat on there. So this is pretty much all I'm gonna do, is just paint it white. Pretty boring, huh? Anyway, I'm gonna let this sucker dry, and then I'll do the next step. Okay, I had to decide which step I wanted to pursue next. I know I need acetone for this step, but I only have stripper. I could have sworn I had acetone. I'll show you what I'm going to use if I don't stop tripping over here. I'm going to use stripper. I hope this works. If it doesn't, I guess I'm gonna have to go get some acetone. I'll have some in this bottle so I can spray it. And with any chemicals, like when I'm using epoxy or paint, I don't paint inside by no means. Please make sure you're working in a well ventilated area. I always open my doors, or I paint outside, of course. But then when I bring this in, you can still smell the paint. Since it dries fast, I just bring it in as soon as I'm done spraying. This thing looks ugly. I could have put more epoxy on there to make it look smoother, but we'll see how it turns out. Maybe it'll just be a it'll make for a really good tree stump, I guess, since it's gonna be a wood grain tumbler. I don't know. We'll see how it comes out. Looks like it's sick. It has the measles or the mumps or something, or a bunch of pimples. Anyway, I'm gonna use these little pieces and some gloves to wipe off the paint so I can expose some of the glitter, and that's what's called the geode. It's Geode. That's what it is. But anyway, I'm gonna use these little pads, and these are alcohol ink applicator felt pads. That's what I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna use this again to hopefully it'll work. Let's try it. I'm gonna get some gloves real quick. I normally stop the video when I do this, but I'm gonna be limited since I'm wearing gloves. See how far I can get. Okay, I've never done this before, so this could be a fail, but we're fixing to find out. I'm gonna spray this sucker. See if it works. I don't remember it. Oh, I forgot to shake it. This stripper you have to shake. I don't know, it says it on there somewhere. I haven't used it in a while. Anyway, you're supposed to shake it really well, and I didn't do that. Guess you don't need to see that part. It's pretty thick. I'm not going to use that, but you know what? I need to open my door. Hang on a second. And it's going to close on me. That's okay, it's cracked. It's cracked enough for ventilation. Okay, here we go. I hope this works. Okay, I'm just gonna, let me remove this bottom. I don't know how this is gonna go, but if it doesn't work well, I won't be uploading this video, that's for sure. Okay, so how do I do this? I'm ambidextrous, but I want you to see this. Maybe I'll just start like this. Hope you can see. I'm just going to remove some of the paint in a circular motion. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but so far so good anyway. These pads are really little. I mean, I think I can get away with using those cotton balls. Let me move this to the other table. I don't want it to be shaking on you while I'm trying to record. Hope that's better. I like that small one so far, but I really want to make it a big one. I still have you on here. There. I hear sirens. Sorry if I have to keep clearing my throat. I have perennial allergies year-round. I suffer from year-round allergies, and today and yesterday was pretty bad because there was an explosion at a nearby plant. If you're in Houston, I'm sure you know about it. It's a pretty bad explosion. I don't remember which plant. Somewhere near Houston. Anyway, the clouds, well, the sky was really dark, and it was not a good time to be outside. I mean, it was a black cloud. It was awful. And if you have asthma, you don't want to be outdoors with that crap. I think I like this part. I think I'm going to leave that just like that. Actually, I don't like it. Anyway, I'm not going to do the, I'm not going to make you watch me doing this whole process, but I'm going to do some, reveal some big areas. I might stretch this one up and then do small ones and then just different shapes. Not too many, but just to give you an idea, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll do a couple more and then I'll cut it off, cut the video off, and then I'll come back and reveal the rest of it. I do want to ask you, whoever's watching, I know I haven't really been posting too many things with sublimation. I just kind of do random stuff, whatever comes up, whatever comes to mind, you know, whatever I think might be helpful to somebody. But if there's a, you know, I do sublimation, I do decals, I do stickers, I make stickers, I, of course, do a bunch of tumblers. I don't care to continue doing too many tumblers because they're time consuming, and my prices are reasonable, but even the reasonable pricing, like if I sell this for 25 bucks with the name and a decal on the other opposite side or whatever, I'll sell them for like 25 bucks, the 30 ounce like 35 bucks. And I mean, I get creative with them. A lot of people don't know really what they want, so I give them ideas. But I do make tumblers. I try not to do too many, but ever since I posted that, you know, whenever I posted pictures, I would get called messages, of course. And I think the biggest order I had with tumblers was, I think 30 something. I want to say 32. And then the second biggest order I had was like 15 tumblers, maybe more than that. I don't remember, but they're time consuming. So if you people question people's prices with tumblers because they're time consuming like these, you know, this is actually, yesterday I wanted to work on it, which was the second day, but I didn't put enough epoxy on there, only because the glitter requires a lot of epoxy. And So I had to do another layer, and then I had to let it spin overnight again. So today's my 3rd day on this sucker, and if I'm going to charge $25, it's, let me do the math. It's, you know, if you're doing it for a hobby and you enjoy doing it, which I do, of course, you know, it's good. But if, you know, if you're doing it to make money, you cannot get frustrated with it, because it's still money in the bank, but it's time consuming. So just keep that in mind for people that are selling you tumblers, that it is time consuming. So don't think that they're being rip-offs or anything. They're not. They're just time consuming. That's why some people have prices way up there. Some of them do get out. Some of them do overprice their tumblers. But again, depends on what you want on it and how bad you want it. You know, so anyway, that's my take on it, or my advice on it. Like this one is 3 days, 25 bucks. Well, no, this one, because it was a Geode, I was selling this one for, I think, $35 is what I quoted somebody. And it's because you gotta, you have to either use Mod Podge for the glitter, or you can do this with epoxy while it's spinning and just sprinkle on the glitter. I chose to do the Mod Podge. I should have done the epoxy with the glitter, but anyway, then the next step would be, after it dries, paint it, or if you need another layer like I did of epoxy, then that's another step. That would be considered step 2, and then you have to paint it. Step 3, and then you have to do this, remove it. That would be step 4, and so on. So after this, I would be doing my wood grain process. Once I'm done with revealing however many sections I want of this to be revealed, after this, I'm going to be using the alcohol ink. I think it's teak wood. I'm going to be using this. I'll put my camera down. I'm going to be using this to do the wood grain effect on top of the white, and then I'll clean it up. And I want to do something different, and I'll be showing that process also. But they're time consuming, so try to understand those people when they charge, or understand why people charge a lot of money for tumblers, especially something like this. They're just time consuming. Again, I don't mind doing it, but I'm busy with my regular stuff, and plus I work full time, and I don't get much sleep. But anyway, I'm always willing to try new things, and I'll play around with things. So this is how I got into tumblers, for one. Anyway, I gotta cut off this video because somebody's coming to my door, and I'll get back to you. Okay, I'm back. I only got to do 2 really quick. I'm on my second one. Okay, so this stripper seems to be working fairly good. Let's see. I'm just gonna pick random spots. I don't have anything planned. So it's gonna be random here. If you have any questions, or if there's any certain type of videos that you want to see, let me know. You can comment here, or I think I've got my number posted everywhere, or you can shoot me a text or something, 832-552-2303, or you can text me. I'm sorry, email me. I think this smells getting to me. JSTWLLC@att.net, and it's the company name. Just say the word LLC. It's JSTWLLC. This reminds me of a cow. Maybe I can put Longhorns. Just kidding. I'm not a Longhorns fan. I think that's football, college football. I'm not really sure what else. I think I'll do a giant one here. You know what? Maybe I should spray it on here. This stuff is strong, but it's working really good. Anyway, if there's anything you want to see me do a video on, let me know, and see what I can work out. I'm gonna make this one kind of big. I hope I'm not out of camera. Okay. We have a lot of pigeons here. I don't know if you can hear them. I'm gonna make this one bigger. This stuff is strong. I don't want it to look too uniform or too perfect. I mean, not perfect as in, I just kind of mean like a nice rounded area. Crap, I think this is too much. I can always paint it again, I guess, if I don't like it, which I'm not going to redo. I think I'm moving the camera. I built these tables that I'm working on, my workspace. I have a workspace upstairs and downstairs. I have no room. Whew, this is strong. I think this is good. Anyway, I'm gonna continue to do this on a couple more spots, and then I'll come back to you. One thing I do want to mention, I used a stripper because I didn't have any acetone, and it didn't. Stripper, I think, burns. I think it's like acid. I'm trying to read it. Just try not to let it get on your hands. It didn't do anything to me, but just still, I wore gloves. And when I was rubbing too hard, the tip started to come off. It didn't do anything to my fingernails, but make sure that you wear gloves. Safety always. Anyway, this is what I came up with. I think I'm done with this part. So, this reminds me of a cow, seriously. I'm going to stop because this stuff is strong. And I just got home too, so thought about putting a little spot there, but I think I'm going to leave it alone for tonight. I think I'm done. Next will be the, actually I can't be done. I need to do the, I'm thinking, I think I'll do the wood grain process now. never done this before, so I'm not really sure, and I keep repeating that. Sorry. I'm trying to figure out. I think I can clean it up with alcohol. Whatever I get on here. If I get any alcohol ink on here, I can clean it up with alcohol. And it should not remove the paint. So I got to clean all this up anyway. So there's that step. I'm done with that part. I think it came out okay. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts on this. I think one needs to be bigger. Yeah, I think I'm going to make this bigger. I'll do it on, I'll record that part. I'm going to put some gloves back on. I'll do that really quick. I'm just going to spray it on there. Whoops. Wrong side. I want this wider because I don't have any white pieces on here. Trying not to shake the table too much. This stuff is potent. I think you need to wear a safety mask for this. And my door closed again. I need to be moving in a circular motion. Just try not to move the table too much. See how it comes off easier if you go in a circular motion? I don't really know if I want to do this again. Don't know. I'm experimenting, so the process is easy. It's just time consuming, like I said. Yeah, I think that'll work for now. It needs to be cleaned up a little bit. So let's do let me get the alcohol ink ready. Okay, I don't have a specific or particular method for this, other than I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna be using this again. These little felt applicators. Don't know how many I'm gonna need. And it's my understanding that if you like have if you pour too much or if you need to lighten it, use alcohol. I'm gonna try not to use any alcohol. I'm just gonna go with the flow. No pun intended. I don't know how I want to do this. I guess I should have put on a glove on my left hand. Just gonna let you watch. I'm not gonna say much. Okay, here goes nothing. Actually, I forgot I'm supposed to be using this. Let's see how this goes. Guess I should have poured more. I almost don't mind using my finger for this, but I'm not. Only because I don't know what I'm doing. I like the color so far. I'm going to try my finger just for kicks. Hey, that looks like wood to me. That can be my knot. Hello? Close that door. Kind of like that actually. I'm actually doing my own way. These could be knots, so I guess it worked out. It's supposed to be one stroke up and down, but I'm not mad. I'll bring some alcohol in a minute. See what it does. That looks pretty damn good. I don't mind saying so myself. Which I obviously don't mind. Trying to keep the up and down motion, because wood doesn't go this way, it doesn't go horizontally. Might grow that way if it's falling. I love it. There was another YouTuber that wanted me to try it, and I appreciate his confidence. He was sure that I could master this. I told him I would give it a shot for him. He wanted a geode as a gift, I think for his wife. If he likes this one, I'm going to sell him this one because I ain't gonna mind. That looks pretty good. Not too shabby for never having done it before. That looks good. As long as you keep the up and down motion, you should be good. I wanted to try something else with this. I don't know now. This looks too good to mess with. And I'm using my glove at that. You can use alcohol to lighten it up. Which is what I'm going to end up doing here in a minute. These can actually serve as knots, I guess. The geode part of it, the glitter. I like to whistle. I remember when I was 11 years old. I'm sorry, I'm not talking like my normal self. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing here, because yo no sé. Anyway, when I was 11 years old, my dad whistled a lot, and he was outside one time, Good, I'm getting close to the end. He was outside one day, and he's whistling as always, and I decided I was going to chime in and whistle. He got mad at me. I'm 11 years old, really? How are you going to get mad at me? I wanted to join in on the fun. But yeah, he got mad. He just said, Chingao means like slang, I guess. But he just meant to like, damn. Whoops. But anyway, I still whistle to this day. I don't care. He wasn't going to stop me, and nobody's going to stop me. I like to whistle. Whistling is good for you, I guess. Whew, this stuff is potent too. I'm going to definitely use alcohol in here because I don't recall ever seeing a video with somebody using their finger. Maybe they should. I gotta clean the bottom. I'm gonna grab some alcohol in a minute. Let's see what it does. I know it's gonna lighten it up, but that's cool. I wanna see how it looks. That looks pretty good. Oh, I'm not off camera. That looks really good. Ask me if I'm gonna do it again. That means I don't know. I got quiet. I'm about to sweat up in her. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm just gonna. It looks pretty good, Lucy. I'm gonna grab some alcohol, see if I can ruin it. Hold on, let me do it this way. That looks ugly on video, but it looks good in person. Alright, let me grab some alcohol real quick. Let's see. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna spray it on here. See what happens. I'm afraid to do it now. Maybe I don't have the right alcohol. I think it's supposed to be denatured alcohol. I don't know, but anyway, there it is coming up, I think. I'm just going to clean where the glitter is, so let's just get that over with. So we can see the glitter. I don't see this. I must be using the wrong alcohol because I don't see it lightening the alcohol link unless I'm just, I don't know. Not seeing it. And it's there. I wanted to do something different. I know people use like purple glitter, blue glitter, teal, aqua, you name it. I've never seen this. So I want to be different. That's for raw rye beets. I want to be different. Yeah, let me do this sucker one more time. Let's see what happens if I just spray it. Let's go crazy. Well, nothing's happening, so. Well, it's coming off. I don't know if you guys can tell if it's getting lighter or not. Oh yeah, it is. It's coming off right here. Okay, well, I'm just going to focus on the glitter part. And then I'm going to go one more time over the... I hope I'm not off camera. Okay, seems to be working. Seems to be lightening up the wood grain. So I'm going to do this one more time. I guess just on these areas. Yeah, definitely it's coming off after all. I'm going to add a little bit there. Well, I hope you guys like it. I think I'm done. Let's see. Trying to cover up a little bit of white specks. I think it came out nice. I'm done. I didn't think I was going to be done today. And if the guy, I don't know if I can mention his name, but if the gentleman that wanted this, that was sure I could do it and wanted me to do it, I hope he likes this one, because as much as I would love to keep it, actually I might, I don't know. I just, the smell, I don't know how these women or guys do it. They make these geode tumblers, or I don't work with chemicals. The only chemical I work with when I'm working with tumblers is the epoxy. Other than that, that's it. Okay, that's a wrap for this experiment. I was very pleased with the end results. I will probably do it again. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And I look forward to producing more videos for you. Don't forget to subscribe, please. Until next time.